I am Herbert Woodward Martin, and I am Professor Emeritus of English at the University of Dayton. And I would like to invite you to the symposium on dialect, race, and representation. Please come. This title reminds me of a poem by Paul Laurence Dunbar. Folks ain't got no right to censor other folks about they habits, 'cause him that give the squirrel the bush tail made the bobtail for the rabbit. And him that built the great big mountains, he hollowed out the little valleys. And him that made the streets and driveways wasn't ashamed to make the alleys. We is all constructed different, and there ain't no two of us the same. And we can't help our likes and dislikes, and if we's bad, we ain't to blame. And if we's good, we needn't show off, 'cause you bet it ain't our doing. Now I'm going to stop here so you can come and hear the conclusion of this poem. But first I would like to say I am participating in this program about Dunbar and dialect because dialect is one of the sore points in African American communities, not only in Dayton, but across the country as well. I think it is important to realize and remember that this cultural, shall we say, I don't know if it's an aberration or not, but whatever it is, happened because those blacks, those slaves, were listening to other people pronounce the language. One of the reasons for this is it was forbidden to teach blacks how to read and write. It was a law that kept them from learning the book language. And so one had to appropriate the language as best you could. So you heard it spoken in the big house, you heard it spoken in the yard, and you heard it in some ways spoken in the fields, and those people appropriated the language. I think it is rare and amazing that they were able to learn all of the subtleties of language by listening to other people pronounce. Let us say that dialect, in terms of poems, leaves the language exposed. When it comes to fiction, the dialect or the speech patterns are hidden among descriptions, time, and place, and so it is not likely to be noticed as much. And that may very well be one of the flaws or failings of dialect as it is used in poetry. But at any rate, I would love to have you all come and hear this discussion on race and representation.